Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Well, varicose veins are more than just a cosmetic problem. They can be serious, especially if not treated. They can also get worse in the summer and when you travel long distances. So today, what you need to do now. Dr. Deborah Mangione is the medical director of the Wisconsin Vein Center and MediSpa. Nice to have you on the show today.
Thank you very much.
And
nice
I'm going to be seeing you later, too.
At the Go Red for Women luncheon.
That's right, and I know that's why you wore your red and faded, too, which is great. Okay, so summer, as it relates to veins, can be a problem, right?
It can be a problem because actually veins can hurt a lot more during the summer. The heat makes the veins dilate, so when they're already big, that can really cause a lot of throbbing, a lot of aching and discomfort, and more swelling of the legs when somebody has varicose veins or veins that aren't working quite right. And so summer really can be a time of year when people suffer a bit more from the symptoms of varicose vein disease.
So they can get worse, they can also feel worse.
They can feel a lot worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we talk about traveling, because I'm somebody who has a lot of problems like with my ankles swelling and stuff, especially on a plane, but anytime, even for people who are in a car long distance or a plane, any kind of travel can also be a problem for people with vein problems.
It can. Now, as you know, even if you don't have vein problems, you can get some swelling when you travel because of the change in pressurization and the long periods of sitting. And when you sit for a long period of time, the blood that's flowing from your feet back up to your heart and lungs kind of becomes static. You know, you're not doing anything to really help the circulation, help the speed of the blood flow. And so one thing that really is helpful is to wear some kind of graduated compression. It can be a knee high. It can be something you wear on the plane, you take off when you get to the airport. But it's probably an excellent idea, especially for people with varicose vein disease, because those big veins, the flow is much slower.
Okay.
Because they don't have nice laminar flow. They're kind of all twisty and curly, and so for the blood to go through those, it's going to be slowed down and the valves aren't working.
Where can you get compression? Like you mentioned knee highs.
You can buy knee-high compression at any drugstore.
Okay.
20 to 30 or 15 to 20 millimeter compression is enough for people who don't have varicose vein disease. With varicose veins, 20 to 30 millimeters is enough. And so even a knee-high of that you can buy at a regular drugstore. You can't buy the thigh-high or the full-length compression without a prescription or without going to a pharmacy that carries durable medical goods, but otherwise you can. And also you can buy them at sports stores, like bike stores have compression. A lot of athletic stores now are carrying compression socks because they're so much better for athletes to wear when they're training.
Okay. Are there other things people should be doing if they're traveling long distances?
They should make sure they're hydrated. They should make sure when they're sitting still in a car or on the plane that they do some exercises to really get the blood flow going. So with their knees bent, to do a lot of heel-toe flexion, for instance. Do 10 every half hour or so. Both legs. That helps the calf muscle to contract, which works like a pump then to get the blood out of the legs because the veins are carrying the blood back to the heart and lungs.
Let's look at some before and after. I think we have 5 pictures and talk a little bit about treatment because you mentioned compression stockings. That's one way.
That's a way to help the symptoms, but it's not going to treat the varicose veins or make them go away. But today we have so many wonderfully minimally invasive treatments for varicose vein disease. Well, we can do things with lasers or with removal of veins through little tiny needle punctures that heal up to be invisible, all done under local anesthesia in the office. People can walk in and walk out. What people have
so you're not stripping the veins
anymore. We're not
anymore.
stripping the veins anymore, not through those old-fashioned ways of doing it or big incisions at all. And no need for general anesthetic or being in the hospital.
That looks very advanced to me.
But it's actually a very straightforward procedure. In an hour and 15 minutes, somebody can come in and walk out without those veins. It may take a few days of recovery from bruising, but they're going to be much, much better.
And is one treatment enough, like in that picture we were just looking at?
It depends on the person, depends on the number of veins, but it may be enough to do.
Okay.
Obviously, one of the things to remember is it's summertime also. And summertime is a time when we want to expose our bodies, and we hate it when our bodies aren't looking summertime ready.
Yeah.
And varicose veins can be a real problem from a cosmetic standpoint too. Very embarrassing, prevent people from wearing clothes they want to wear. The one good thing to know, though, is insurance companies cover almost all varicose vein treatments.
I was going to ask you about that.
If people are symptomatic, they will have insurance coverage from almost all carriers.
Because what's the problem? What can happen if you don't treat varicose veins?
You actually can have problems, for instance, when you're traveling. It can accelerate a problem like this, but you can get what we call phlebitis, where the blood actually clots because it's flowing so slowly in those veins, and that can be extremely painful. And you get a red discoloration on the leg. It's hot, it's inflamed, very, very uncomfortable. that can actually lead to deep vein clots. People with varicose veins are more apt to get a deep vein clot because of that slow blood flow. In addition, if they have swelling, they're going to get potentially skin changes around their ankle or in their lower leg, where the skin gets thicker, may get discolored from red cells in the blood actually being pushed out of the blood vessels. And so they can have a lot of changes in the skin that then can lead to ulceration and sores that don't heal.
And really quickly, spider veins I know are more of a cosmetic problem, but
in most people, but not all.
They can also be a sign that you have varicose veins, right?
That's exactly right. They can be a sign that you have venous incompetence or little valves that aren't working in the veins. And people can have symptoms without having the varicose veins, and it may be related to just a trunk vein that's not as readily apparent being the problem. And so we do diagnostic ultrasounds which help us diagnose these things, and we can offer help to all these people.
It's really good information. Thank you so much. I'm going to give people information so they can visit the Wisconsin Vein Center and Medi-Spa to find out more, have their veins treated, and definitely looked at. You can find them on Georgetown Drive in Pewaukee. The phone number to call for more information is 262-746-9088 or go to wimedispa.com. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Molly.